Exclusive. Taooma, yeah, that's an exclusive for her. You're not denying me. Mama said something to me in our promo video for this. She said, people often think that because you are successful, you think you will always succeed. But that they don't know that she also thinking, will this succeed? Has that ever hit you, and how do you handle that?
I don't think that you can ever get over that. You can't ever get over that. And I'll tell you why I say so. One of my ideologies in life is we only live once, YOLO. I'm very valued. And I think I started thinking like that after I lost like one or two people very close to me.
Right.
And I realized that fear is just delay.
Fear is just delay.
Fear is just delay. It's a delay mechanism. Do it and make it. Do it and fail. I mean, we create content.
Yeah.
We created different formats of content that we thought would be fantastic. And it will not be fantastic. But who will die after that? Nobody died. And we've created formats of content that we believe that this is going to be sweet. And yes, it is great.
Yeah.
So, people, if I'm being honest with you, it's not necessarily the first time that I'll be hearing that. Because I think if you just think of something, just do it.
Yeah.
Yes, I just do it. Because there are two answers to anything. It's either yes or no. And none of these answers can kill you.
None of these answers can kill you. A round of applause for that. So when people hear do it afraid, they think it's aspire to inspire.
It's not actually, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yes, do it. Yeah. Okay, so let me give you a direct example.
Right.
So I tried a new content out, the Kiekie Unscripted Experience.
Yes. A wonderful concept. A round of applause for Kiekie for that. It's a wonderful concept.
Yes. And I really loved it. When we were going to produce, because we do not necessarily have directors and producers that has done YouTube content for that type of format before, it was a lot of editing. Okay, now this is the mood board for the set. This is the mood board for costume. This is the direction for filming. At the end of the day, I get on set, the direction is wrong. Okay, now the director begins to direct. The director's directing was not directing. Producer begins to produce. The producer's production was not
producing.
And I'm like, what exactly is going on now? Content is out. It was not what I wanted at all.
Yeah.
Now, to make matters worse, we lost a huge part of the file.
You lost a huge part of your files?
Yes.
For those who don't understand the industry, your files are where you record your material.
Yes, everybody that makes content or film, they will understand what I mean now.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm talking about the production that costed about 100 million.
Yes.
Now I have lost about 40% of the content.
Whoa.
I had to call, you see all those celebrities on the show?
Yes.
Now why on premiere that they talk, they give them a round of applause because I called them all back and they all came back.
Oh, that's sweet.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Now I had someone from Ghana, Endurance.
Right.
We had a CI from Kenya. I'm not about to fly a CI back. I had to hire a videographer in Kenya, hire someone in Ghana to shoot, to do. At the end of the day, when the full body came out, it was not what I wanted. And in fact, I was this close to saying that I didn't want to. I had a conversation with Kiekie and Taooma at the time, and they was telling me that, okay, what if, just imagine that you use that money to buy Patek, and now when you travel, you stole it, what will happen? You understand? And I, you know what, let's just release the film.
Yeah.
The project rather. So
is
I released the content, and a few days, and I just was not happy. In fact, a part of the project was embarrassing for me, because I felt like my work is already here. Why am I producing something that I can feel and see personally that it is need? But guess what? We released the content, and a few days after that, we got the email from Forbes for the event I went from South Africa.
Now, I love
one
that.
of the partners that...
A round of applause, no, wait. A round of applause for that, please.
Okay. Yes. I said something nice.
Yes, you did something. You said something very nice.
Now, one of the partners that I had and that worked with on the project, then introduced me to the Warner Bros. Company, and I went for the Warner Bros. Gig in London. Now, if I was so afraid and I said, no, I'm not going to release this thing. It's not the way I want it to be. I don't think that these two things would have happened.
Yes.
Maybe they will happen eventually, but it might just delay the time that it will happen. And that's what I've also come to learn. Sometimes we want some certain results from this particular thing. If you start the engine of the car will move. But what if they have designed the car that if you start it will fly? But you will never really know. And doing it afraid also gives you the opportunity to learn. Because whatever whatever positive result that I got outside of what I expected still does not remove the lessons that I had to learn from that particular situation, which I have now learned. And I know that if I'm producing the second season of that show, if you do anyhow, you see anyhow.
I love it very much.
If you come close to me, okay, I'm not violent.
Right, Taooma, thank you so much for that. That was powerful because I think that we've gotten to a stage in the culture where people, some things that are true, people no longer believe them because it's been said over and over again. So anybody who has created knows that you have to do it afraid. And you have to do it constantly afraid. And if you keep like, when I entered this room, this hall today, and I saw the back room, I was, because I had imagined both options. I had imagined an empty hall. I had imagined a full hall, and I told myself we move regardless. You know? So constantly, you have to do it afraid. And when you try to communicate to people, they think you're just capping. You know? And so it's good to hear that. What do you say about fear, Taooma? How do you handle fear when it comes? How do you handle you do something bigger? Or maybe even more with content creators, you're creating a particular kind of content. But as a creative, you want to expand, you want to grow. So you are doing something else and you are worried whether these people, because Nigerians are quite interested. You are wondering, will they follow me? Practically, how do you handle that fear?
I fear a lot.
You fear a lot. Thank you for that.
Plenty. And I mean, there are a lot of my colleagues that even know that. Chris Clam will always tell me that, how I can see it in your eyes that you are afraid. Tell my brother, I did fear. Because I believe if I tell you what my situation is, you could probably have something that can help me. And for me, I can ask anybody for knowledge. I don't care who you are. As long as I'm going to learn something, even if you're going to laugh at me, whatever it is, as long as when I learn that stuff, I'm not going to talk to you again. So, I mean, if you eventually maybe laughed at me or something. So, I like to communicate my fears so that people can know and I will not be ashamed of it. Yeah, if I want
the first step is to confess the fear to somebody else.
Yes, and I will get rid of it, or I talk about it, or I write it down. No matter anyhow, I can get it out of my chest. So creating content is very, it's delicate. Yes, because especially if you create this particular content and it actually did well, then you're stuck with, let me create another content that will do better than this. And people don't know how to communicate
Constructive criticism.
They don't know how to communicate it. So sometimes something might just go wrong and someone wants to tell you that this kid is not funny and the person is saying, you better go and sleep or go and marry. And I'm like,
if I look at you and say, your glory days are over.
Jesus.
On the internet, on your comment section.
Literally.
And then I just look and say, guess what? Maybe the person just wanted to complain about your shoe, that okay, the shoe is bad or something. You could just say that, I thought the shoe is bad, and don't wear it again. What do you mean, go and marry?
What has marriage got to do with shoe?
What does it got to do?
my God.
I don't understand. So, you are like stopping, making sure that this thing is good. Besides that, I just feel like, there'll be good days and bad days. I may speak today and do not laugh, tomorrow you will laugh. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
So please, leave this one today, because obviously there are some people that like it, that laugh, at it and everything like that. So let them laugh. Tomorrow when you see another Taooma speak, we'll make you laugh.
Yeah, you keep moving.
We move regardless.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Thank you. We keep moving. Teni, if you look fearless, not only do you look fearless, see the way you came today, you look like if you try anything.
Cowgirl. What do you mean?
What
Nike.
Yes, that they will show you. And is it a front? And if it is not a front, you know, and you feel fear, yeah, like I asked them, how do you handle fear when it comes, especially? I remember when I met you the first time, I said, the month that, the year that you're on your case became a hit, nobody could hear anything else. The month your mayor came out, it was a virus. When you hit that kind of success, how do you handle the fear that it may not happen again? Practically.
So, I think fear is an illusion.
Fear is an illusion.
Yes, right. First things first.
Right.
I think it's an emotion. It's just there to let you know that there's something somewhere here. And then it's for you to now talk to yourself to say, calm down.
Yeah. Calm down.
Relax. And that's where God comes in.
That's where God comes in.
Yes, right. That's where like having a relationship with the supreme being, because that then becomes your strength. Because there are a lot of things that happen for me. I know I've worked hard, I know I've done everything I can do, but I also know there's someone looking out for me.
Yeah.
So
that centers you, that
yes,
counts you.
just like, okay, relax.
Yeah.
But like fear is an illusion.
Fear is an illusion.
That's why you see people that have anxiety.
Yeah.
It's fear because they're scared of something they don't even know.
Yeah.
Right? But the moment you can relax and surrender. Do you get it? Because it's like when you're in the ocean and you're trying to like swim and you want to drown, if you're panicking, you drown. If you just relax. Because there's a lesson he wants to teach you. Like people say, oh God, give me wisdom. And you don't want to solve problems. It's like, why are you going to now use the wisdom? You get wisdom. You try something.
It's trouble that helps you build wisdom.
That's the only way you can grow. It's from pain, confusion. It's from all things that will really make you like
Yeah.
But if you don't see that, it's like you are not ready to go forward.
So anytime you are praying for growth, you are actually praying for some pain.
So yes. Because even to grow something like a tree,
it has to stretch.
You sow before you reap.
Yeah.
So it's like
that.
You have to experience that discomfort and you have to be okay with it because
you have to be okay with it.
You have to be fine with it. You just have to believe that okay, all these things I want to do is not happening right now.
Yeah.
But it's not happening right now because there's some things I need to learn so that by the time I blow, it's just I'm just prepared, I'm ready. So it's like delay and fear and all those things, they are preparing you for something greater. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Round of applause for my guest. I'm going to take a question from the crowd. We're not